What's the business, y'all? Welcome to this current culture. It's your boy Suparig with my boy Brisk in this thing.
What up? Man, my week was good, man. I had to go to the office this week, but everything was great.
Oh, okay. That's what's up. That's why. Well, I also had to go into the office. And wasn't no free food. Oh, wait. No, we did have that one free food.
I had about 3 days worth of free food, but it's not like it was usual.
Yeah. And it used to be top notch.
Yeah.
That's the one thing I do miss about being in the office. It was them weeks. I remember it was weeks where I ain't paid for lunch for like 3 days out the week.
That's exactly why when we left the office for the pandemic, I lost 35 pounds. We were no longer going to fly lunches every day.
Yes. And it was amazing time. And it's crazy.
It definitely was.
Do you feel like you get more work done now than at the office?
Absolutely. I definitely get more work home at the crib.
Dude, I realized that a good probably 70% of my time was smoozing.
Yeah, facts.
During the office. But yeah, man. But my week was also dope. This week was crazy though. Wait. Hold on. I hated I'ma just edit that part together. But I'm gonna chop this part out. But this week was crazy. So this has been a weird week because this is like the finally, we ain't get no disses from Drake. We ain't get no disses from Kendrick. And then all of a sudden, I look at Instagram and I see a video. And I don't know about you, but I just remember looking on Instagram, seeing a video of a dude running down the hall in the town, randomly grabbing a chick. I hadn't read the description yet. And I didn't read the description till he got to the hair. And then I saw it was Puff.
Yeah, Mr. Take That.
What was your thought? Did you know who it was before the video popped, or did you already have read the description, or like how?
So the way I got the video was like 87 people sent it to me in my inbox, and so I saw it, and then I read the caption, so I knew who was Diddy, and then when I saw him do what he did, immediately I said, "Oh, he done. Diddy is done, over with." Ain't no coming back from that. You done.
That was my literal fault. I'm pretty sure that was everybody's first thought. Because I ain't gonna front. The beef, because all the conspiracy theories out there, I'm a big conspiracy theorist, but some conspiracies I don't really fall into, right? So a lot of people was like, oh yeah, the beef is protect Diddy or whatever. I ain't never think that. Like, Kendrick really don't like Drake like that.
It's very evident. It's very evident.
Now, I do believe the industry is overall tired of Drake, but I don't think this beef was. No, I don't think when Kendrick wrote none of them songs, he was like, oh yeah, we gonna let Puff get away. I ain't never think that. But I will say that I kind of really felt like Puff was just gonna slide,
He was sliding.
I thought he was just going to slide off into the sunset and stuff. Now, my conspiracy hat does believe that raid on the house was to destroy and gather evidence. And my tinfoil hat theory also believes that, I don't know, because CNN won't say where they got the tape from.
Mm. And so could they have gotten the tape from the raid? Because when they did the raid, when they go in there and get tapes and stuff?
That's yes. So my only thought process is only 2 ways. Well, actually 3 ways this tape got leaked. Well, 4 ways. All right. The first way is because apparently Diddy paid 50 racks for them, not to release the tape or whatever. So I don't know if he paid the 50 racks and let them keep it in their custody. B, paid the 50 racks and took it, and then boom, the raid came through and somebody on the back end of the raid done released it. 3, Cassie, apparently, people were sending her, like, regular people, fans and stuff, and I guess the hoteps or whatever, the black dudes don't cheat people, was hitting her up, sending death threats to her and stuff, and maybe she was like, oh, y'all don't believe me? Well, here, maybe she got it some way with the settlement money. And then 4th, which is my favorite, Drake bought it and released it to get us off his ass.
Because he been getting killed.
I ain't talking about
I'm talking about everybody cooked by everybody, bro. All I hear is BBL, Drizzy, this is. I saw somebody doing a spin class. Oh, it was a group of white women who looked like they just came from Starbucks, and they was out there doing a spin class with an EDM BBL tree.
Wow.
Cooked. Drizzy is cooked.
What I'm talking about, deep fried, fricasseed, laid to the side, red beans and gravy. You know I ain't lazy. Shout out to Martin Darnell Hill. If you know, you know.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I'm like, that's the only other person that could leak it. But that footage, I seen that footage, like you said, I was like, yo, it is a wrap for Puffy. But see, this was crazy. If you are cause you know me, I'll always be on the web, on Reddit. I be on them gossip sites from way back in the day, from the early 2000s, mid 2000s. And I read all of these stories about Puffy with the Cassie stuff, all the party stuff. Because on these websites, especially the old school gossip websites, it was like people that was there. Like, there's all anonymous, and it would be hairdressers or stylists or they assistants coming on these sites just telling all their business or whatever. Or it's scorned lovers, ex-girlfriends, girls who thought they was girlfriends, but was just, you know, smash and dashes and stuff. And I heard all these stories about Puff. But then what's crazy is Puff had stories that was actually in the news. Like, I was telling you about the Steve Stout, how he whooped Steve Stout over the Nas video. You Can Hate Me Now.
Crazy, yeah.
Literally obliterated dude in his office, had his bodyguards. Did you hear the story about him?
And so I was going to ask you, like, why did he whoop on Steve Stout?
So it was two versions of the Hate Me Now video, if I got the story correct. One was, have you ever seen you remember the Hate Me Now video, right?
I definitely do, yeah.
What do you remember the video looking like?
I remember like Puff being up like Jesus Christ or something.
All right. Puff didn't want that.
Mm.
And he had told Steve, apparently he either told Steve that, or after the video dropped, it was backlash for him, you know, up on the cross like that. And he was just mad. He made a beeline to Steve Stout's office and proceeded to beat him in with all the objects on his desk.
Dude, Diddy just got hands. I didn't heard about Diddy whooping a lot of people. He didn't whoop Drake. He didn't whoop Steve Stout. He didn't whoop the football coach ass. Like, how many asses has Diddy been out here whooping, bro?
I don't know if he got hands, but outside of the football coach, every story I heard where he put his hands on somebody, security was around. But I didn't never hear about the security putting their hands on nobody, bro. They just need some. He might have and you know what? He probably do got hands, because all the movies where the dude be like a rich mogul, he be practicing Taebo, he be doing Tai Chi. He probably can control his heart rate, because I mean he out there doing. Look at Russell Simmons over there in Bali doing all of that stuff. So he probably can do some Matrix level kung fu stuff. Just on training alone. I know you heard about the Wale, him hanging Wale over the balcony, right?
No, I have not.
This story just came out. It was a rapper. I forgot the rapper's name, and I want to say he, like, you might know who the rapper is. I can't remember really. It was on Instagram. I'm gonna dig it up in a minute or later, but it's a recent story. So apparently Wale wanted to do, for some reason, he wanted to do a song with Cassie. I personally think he just was trying to, you know, cut his way in. Yeah. But at the same time, though, when this happened, this is when everybody knew you couldn't talk to Cassie. Like, everybody knew it. And it's another Drake story about Cassie too. I just found out. But so apparently Cassie went to the studios, kind of snuck in or whatever, and they weren't there for too long before it was a knock on the door. And the dude said that Puffy, with his two bodyguards, came and took Wale, walked him out, and then he was gone for a minute. So they went out to look for him, and they hit a corner and saw Puffy's bodyguards dangling him over a banister.
Bruh.
Yeah.
Diddy out here, he the biggest thug in the industry. I ain't know that.
Bro, you remember the 5 Heartbeats, right?
Yeah, that made me think of that Red story.
He was red, but at the same time, he wasn't nothing but an East Coast Suge.
Damn.
Like,
I would have never.
So, and I got a question about this. So you said you would have never thought that, right?
Well, it's just because, like, every time you see Diddy, he always having fun, partying, That's what you see on the TV most of the time. But I have heard some crazy stories about Diddy. So this wasn't too much of a surprise because I heard some crazy stories. Most of the stories I heard was like LGBT.
Yes. A plethora of those stories.
Yeah, so I knew he was a wild cat.
So he's a bad boy. So his history, he started off as a dancer and stuff, for other people's videos, but he was a party promoter at Howard University, and I want to say him and Heavy D threw a party, and something happened. He didn't care. He didn't listen to like the fire marshal or nothing about the capacity. So he let too many people into the party, and a stampede ended up happening. A woman, somebody got trampled to death, right?
Oh shit!
And apparently he was just like, so, and just kept it moving. Horrible things happen to people around Puff has been associated with him his entire career.
There is a song because the reason I guess I ain't look at Diddy like that because he always just dancing around, and then there's a song out there now. It's a new song called "Who Said Bad Man Don't Dance." Have you ever heard that song?
No.
It's actually, and Drake actually on that song. It's like an Afrobeat song, and they say "Who Said Bad Man Don't Dance," and they be talking about how they gangsters, but they be dancing around having fun too. That's a perfect song for Dick.
I mean, remember the first Batman? Joker danced through that whole movie.
It's very true.
Jack Nicholson danced through that whole movie. Look, even if we look at New Jack City, Nino Brown knew how to throw a party. He was handing out turkeys.
He definitely was. Like so has Diddy been known to be like angry all the time? Because he sounds like he got anger issues.
That's where his name. So he called himself Diddy now because his original name was Puffy, and they called him Puffy as a youth because he would get puffy and mad. He would huff and puff. That's where his name came from because he would always be that.
What?
Yes.
I did not, dog. I did not. I was 10 years old when I found that out.
Bro, and you see how he always changing his name. He went from Puffy to Diddy, and then
Puff Daddy. Yeah.
And to get ahead of this, because I forgot around what time the Weinstein stuff happened, but I believe once rumbling started happening, the Me Too stuff, I believe that's around the time he changed his name to Brother Love. So that the perception is, I'm all about love and we got to be together and da-da-da-da, was to get, public perception. But I ain't gonna lie, man, Mark Curry, I think that was his name, not the Mark Curry, the comedian from Mr.
That's what I was thinking.
But the rapper, he the one that he wrote Bad Boy for Life. I think he was on that song too.
Oh, okay.
He wrote a book called Dancing with the Devil.
You talking about Diddy?
Ago, he was talking about, and I'm talking about, it had, let me show you this picture of this, Dancing with the Devil, p.diddy book. Let me see if I can find this. Wow. Here, I was about to get so mad because I was going to be like, man, if he done hit this book, man, that's crazy. Hold on. Let me see if I can get this share video. So share. All right. Can you see the screen?
Yep. I can't see it no more. It went off.
Oh, yeah. I forgot I have to do this thing. Hold on real quick. Hold on. Sure. All right, you see it now?
Yep.
So this was the book. Mark Curry, he came out with this book like in 2006, I want to say. And it was Self-Post Burn. Yes.
Look at that picture, Rick.
Look at that picture.
That's why I ain't never seen it.
That's crazy. And let me see when he came out with this book. Dancing with the, and it's actually got some good ratings. This a rapper that wrote this book, bro. It's got 3.7. And let me see. I think this was more about just the contracts and stuff, and just I don't know how much into rumors he went into. This is exactly what I hope would be, riddled with errors, but and weirdly formatted. But apparently he gave it 4 stars though, because apparently at one point, he more or less admits he started working on the book in an attempt to blackmail Diddy with it for money.
Oh, is he still alive?
He put it in the book. Yeah, he's still alive. He still be on lives and stuff talking about Diddy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Let's see. Everybody's saying that the Foreman and stuff was whack, but he does a great job telling his story, his father's story, and the story about how P. Diddy is a fucking asshole. I never really grasped what went down at Bad Boys in the 90s. But I know you shouldn't believe everything you read, but I feel Mark Curry is a reliable narrator.
Man, I've heard too many stories about Diddy. Like, too many stories about Diddy.
What was the one thing you had told me? The woman that had said, the one thing.
Oh, she said, I forgot who this lady was, but she said that the thing that she remembers when Diddy tried to get Kim Porter to lick Cassie's bloody tampon.
Yeah.
Like the level of diabolical you gotta be to even think of some shit like that.
That's insane.
Let alone let it come out your mouth and say to tell somebody to do it. And I could imagine how brutal that scene was in real life. How that shit is wild.
Yeah, man. That is what you call sadistic.
Yeah.
And I can see him doing it. You remember, you know who I think Diddy is in real life? You remember that movie In Too Deep with LL Cool J?
Yeah.
I can see him being
LL Cool J character.
Yes, like got the perfect veneer to, the public and stuff. And then on the back end doing some crack. That pool stick scene to this day.
I always remember that.
Yeah. I was like, man. And at that time, that was my first time even thinking of somebody even going that route of punishment to somebody. And he was enjoying it. He was enjoying it.
That's a good depiction. That's a good depiction.
That was actually a good movie, too. N2D was a pretty good movie. Outside of Omar Epps' horrible hair piece they gave dude for that. That thing was horrible. All right, so but Puffy, so what do you think happens now? Because people are like, did you see the update from basically law enforcement, from like the district attorney?
How they said the time has passed, so they can't really charge him?
Yeah. So he is pretty much 100% skip having to go to jail, and we know he paid her out. How do you feel? Do you feel so what's left for Puffy? Because he going to jail.
What I feel, because I've been seeing it on social media, people who used to be scared of Puff and they were scared to speak out, they're not going to be afraid no more. Because now they know that everybody see the truth. Because before, he had all the money and all the stuff that you could say something like that about Puff and people wouldn't really believe it. I remember Jaguar Wright kept talking about how the wild stuff he was doing to Cassie. They kept saying Jaguar Wright was a crackhead, trying to discredit her and all this, but clearly she knew what she was talking about. And there's so many other people, but she wasn't afraid, but there's so many other people who probably were just definitely terrified, and now they're going to be coming out talking.
Yeah. I think
so he finna be done. Puff over with, bro.
Yeah. I think Jaguar Wright wasn't afraid because of the crack.
So you think Jaguar Wright was on crack?
I gotta be honest, bro. She's giving very crackish vibes. But crackheads keep it real. I have yet to meet a lying crackhead.
Dude, I listened to a conversation with her and Orlando Brown talking.
What?
I can only think about 4 minutes. Yes. It was on the last Real Life Street Stars. It was like last week.
Yeah, I can't. You sent me that video, Orlando Brown. He is hilarious in the clips, but I can't. Because he'll say some intelligible shit and then just start, and I'm like, all right, I'm just.
The thing he be killing me with is he'll be saying stuff, and he'll be like, oh, because R. Kelly is, well, he'll be like, Jay-Z is Kelly Rowland. And then he'll say it like as a matter of fact. And he just keeps saying this like he'll be like, oh, but Kelly Rowland is Jay-Z. And it's like, I don't understand that.
Yeah, but that's definitely drugs for sure. Drugs were just mental. You know what I'm saying? And to be honest, though, the industry do fry people's brain. Look at Britney Spears, man. Look at Amanda Bynes from Nickelodeon. These people be having, and let's not even forget, we talking about them. Let's not even forget Martin. Back at the height of his career, was running through the freeway with a pistol.
I forgot about that. Yeah, he definitely did.
And remember,
and then he talked about it on Russell. He was like, "But the weed man and gave me." That's what he said. But come on, man. You know weed.
Ain't no weed. Ain't no strain of weed. I could see if he, and this is how I know it's 100% bullshit. If he had said, I believe somebody laced my weed with something, then we wouldn't even be having this conversation. I'd be like, dang, man, the game, man, you can't even trust nobody with your weed. He just said regular marijuana.
Yeah, yeah. That was the best. That was the best lie they had to come up with.
That was it. Yes, the sticky icky weed, which was funny, but no, that's not what happened, bro. Like you had a mental snap, bro, and it wasn't from no marijuana. And Dave Chappelle said some stuff because we forgot who else. Mariah Carey had a nervous breakdown, and when Dave Chappelle went through that whole stuff, and they was trying to say he was on crack. And he did that interview. He was like, you got to be a strong person to be in this industry because it can break the strongest people. And he brought up Martin. He brought up Mariah. Like, stuff be going on in these behind the scenes, man. And it's very, it's just crazy how this stuff works. So yeah, Puff is definitely the public Puff that we know is definitely OV for him for sure. It's nothing else that you can attach his name to that people go mess with. Now, this is my biggest question. I saw somebody mention this, and I think we talked about this before too. We talked about feeling, we still mess with R. Kelly music, but ain't nobody riding around the block bumping R. Kelly out loud with the windows down. And you ain't going to no R&B lounge and they go bump R. Kelly no more.
Nope.
What is going to happen to the Bad Boy catalog? Is only Puffy songs about to get canceled? Or do you think, since it is a label itself and not a specific, because he only had like one album that everybody messed with.
Yeah, I was going to say, man, I think we can live without Puffy music. Like every step I say, every step, like Puffy had some hits back in the day, but it ain't no stuff where you can't live without. Like it ain't even that you got to mention. Like with R. Kelly, like I know that R. Kelly has one of the greatest catalogs of music ever. Like in a verses, I don't think it's too many. No, I don't think nobody could beat R. Kelly in a verses.
Nobody.
He in the verses the states and the federal and all that. So hey, that's man, and I can't. And it's hard to listen to his stuff because like. What it was that stuff he be talking about, seems like you're ready. It definitely sound like you're talking to a little girl.
Definitely.
It is just all these type of things. So now that you know, it's very hard to listen to that. Diddy, I have never been anywhere where I was like, I'm gonna play this Diddy real quick. Yeah. Never. I'm listening to Diddy when it just came on TV or came on the radio. But I have never purchased an only Diddy song and was like, I need to listen to this Diddy.
Got to be 100% because that one CD that was dope. It was p.diddy and what was No Way Out. I think that was the name of it. But on the cover, it wasn't just him by himself. It was the whole. It was a Lox, it was Mace. It was everybody else. And that album, all the best songs, ain't got him on it by himself.
They can't cancel the Lox. Like you can't cancel the Lox, bro. Yeah, like because of some foul stuff that Diddy did. I'm still the Lox though. No. Yeah.
So what you telling me is because I heard somebody I was watching this a channel, they was talking about how that they favorite song happened to be I'll Be Missing You, and they said they can't do it no more. Like they just refused. They just can't after the video. Pre-video, and that's another thing. Like with Slim Thug, that is what's so powerful about actually seeing some stuff. Because Slim Thug stood up for Puffy.
Yeah.
Because he was just like, all right, but I know we hearing these stories, but where the proof? Like, where is the proof? Anybody can say anything. With that video, even Slim Thug, even though it was half-hearted, he was like, well, he still apologized, though. The end of his apology was an apology to Cassie and anybody that was riding on her side. He was like, I'm still not going to jump to conclusions just off of rumors, but I was wrong in this situation. Basically, he was saying, like, if next week they try to say, I don't know, Michael Jordan known for choking bras,
Okay.
He ain't gonna just be like, oh, Michael Jordan the devil. I'm not wearing Jordans no more. He gonna wait like he did. You know what I'm saying?
He got to wait for the end because I thought you was talking about he went just the conclusions on Diddy. I was about to say because everything they said Diddy did, I believe Diddy.
It's not, if you told me that Diddy or climb trees to kill baby birds, I would believe it.
Yeah,
I would believe that at this juncture off there, because I ain't gonna lie, the video fucked with me. Like I was like, yo, this is, and we done all seen. I'm not gonna say we done all, but if you from certain environments, you remember that video, that E video, that the one about domestic violence. That
Love Is Blind.
Yeah, Love Is Blind. All right, so I was like, how 18, 19, and I was hanging around some people my age or whatever, and I done, in the video, they got into it in front of her, and she, got up and left her. I done been in that situation like, oh my gosh, not the DV in front of my face, y'all. I'm sitting here trying to play the game. You know what? I'm gonna go to McDonald's. I hope y'all do it when I come back. Or they go in the next room, you just hear thumping and stuff. I'm like, man. Bruh. And hearing it but actually seeing it is two different things. I ain't never witnessed it. Somebody went in another room or, I just heard it. I saw it about to escalate and then came back and it was black eyes on both parties too. I'm gonna be honest. But seeing that video really fucked with me.
It would. Cause I've been around DV when I was a kid and like you said, I heard it. They was locked in the bathroom and all the adults in the house was like, y'all stay away.
Yeah.
But never seeing it, that's that's next level.
It's puffy. And what's crazy is she had on the hood, it was obvious she was trying to sneak away.
And this dude just came out in public, in a hotel, cameras everywhere, didn't you that?
Cameras everywhere, public hallway, and held his had a towel on.
He had a towel and some socks on.
It was that serious for her not to leave the premises out of pure control. And now this ain't victim blaming, but she should have. I saw she was speed walking in the video, but me personally, let's say I was Cassie, I would have been sprinting. If I got that far, it wouldn't have been.
Well, think about if Puff came out in a towel like that. Maybe Puff was in the shower. He had just jumped in the shower.
Yeah,
that's a scenario I was thinking in my mind. He must have just jumped in the shower.
Yeah.
She took her time to be like, all right, I'm about to bounce.
Yeah.
At the end, when he was like, "Yo, Cass," he might have said her name when he was showering.
Yeah.
And she's like, "Oh hell no, she must have bounced on me."
Yeah.
And then he walked out and did all that.
Yes, but she should have been running down to her. Me personally, I know that everybody, in retrospect and stuff, but I done been in life or death situations. But not on mine was in a car chase and stuff, but and listen, y'all, don't be coming in the comments saying, "Hey, you victim blaming." I'm just saying, she should have been running. If it was me, I would have been running. Like, soon as I got out the door, it would have been, and she had shit in her hand. I would have. Tina Turner, when she left, she had shit.
Nothing, yeah.
She was like, I don't give you have everything, but she physically got up and didn't have nothing. It's just like, but that's the thing, though, the psychology of people don't understand the psychology of people that's been abused before, to where they be fighting themselves to leave. Like, they'll feel guilty for leaving. Like they will feel bad for leaving.
So I don't know much about Cassie's upbringing or whatever, but was her dad still around?
That stuff I don't know. Apparently, I don't really. You know what? That's a good question. Let's see.
Because when I was watching that video, I was like, in my mind, part of me was like, I couldn't imagine somebody doing my daughter like that. I don't care who you are. We had to come do something to you. And I know Puff got all this money and stuff, but you have to figure out something, because you can't just be doing people like that.
It's so, from what it's saying, hear this out. You know what I'm saying? Let me know what you think of this information. Her name, she was born Cassandra Elizabeth Ventura. She was born on August 26, 1986 in New London, Connecticut. Her mother is African-American, Mexican, and West Indian descent, and her father is Filipino. and she attended the Williams School and Preparatory School located in Connecticut's college campus. So it's seeming like
I would guess that even if her dad is around, I don't think he would have came.
Yeah, she started modeling at 14, and by 16 she was modeling for department stores, and she was in 17 magazine by that time. So it looked like she came up, like you said, like her pops don't think he was about that life. But also by the time she got wrapped up into Diddy, I think she was like in her 20s anyway.
Man.
And let's be honest, people like Diddy, he probably changed her parents. It sounded like her parents kind of was, well-to-do, but Diddy probably took it to a whole nother level. They was probably doing all sorts of stuff, and she probably, ain't no telling, man. People that get abused, that's like Mariah Carey and Tommy Mottola. Have you ever heard them stories?
Well, I heard like rumblings of it, but I haven't never seen any details.
Bro, the Brat told a story about how she would have to sneak Mariah Carey out, at least try to, and they would get, and the gate to the house was so far, if he could get out, the bodyguards be done caught up to him. Like, she would literally have to sneak out.
Wow.
To get away from Tommy Mottola, bro. So, I don't know, man. I do know. They say, let me look up this stat, because I've been hearing people quote it, DV victims leaving attempts. Let's see, because apparently it takes let's see, I'm looking at this one site. It says, because people have been saying it take about 7 to 9 minimum attempts to leave an abuser.
7 to 9? Wow.
Abusive. Let me make sure I got it right. National. Okay. It takes women 7 attempts to leave an abusive relationship on average.
Yeah.
Apparently. And apparently the reasons are, the number one is fear of what happens after leaving. So I get a lot of people go by that whole thing of, I'd rather stay with the devil I know than, find some new, you know what I'm saying? Because in their head, it's like, well, if I pick this abusive dude, what if I get with somebody more abusive than him? At least he ain't killed me. Then the other one is they think they are gonna kill him if they leave. The other one is shame of compromising the positive couple's image. So they 9 times out of 10, their mom was like, yo, you need to leave Henry. And she was like, no, he loved me. And then, he been beating her. The mama was right, but they can't tell their mama was right. And not out of stupidity or ego, but just out of, after you've been somewhere so long, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, but it's a lot of, it's kind of like Stockholm syndrome and stuff like that. Like folks that's done been captured, POWs and stuff, get captured, and then 10 years later they will kill an American and stuff like that. They 100%.
It's pretty wild, bro. It's pretty wild, dog.
So yeah, man. But yeah, it's a wrap for Diddy. I also agree with you. They not go ban Diddy's music. I'm pretty sure, but I ain't gonna lie though. That song Hold Me Down with him and Mace, that Can't Nobody Take My Pride. I'm gonna miss songs like that. Like that song goes super hard.
Who saw who was that was like bad?
That was Mace.
Okay, that was Mace song.
That was Mace song. But his remix, because we gotta be honest, we gonna do a video about the Bad Boy discography, and we gotta, we about to flip it back to, we gonna go into our Drake topic, but remind me to remind you that we gotta do a video on the legacy of Bad Boy music outside of Puff, because Total, I'm talking about he took 3 bras that could not sing a lick, and they debut album was hits.
Fire, bro. Fire.
All hits. Total, Mace, of course,
Craig Mack. What about Black Rob?
I
forgot about Black Rob. It was somebody else too.
What? like right past like a couple of months ago, man.
Dang, I ain't know that.
Yeah.
Who's special delivery? Was that G-Dep?
G-Dep. And I know you know his story.
Not for real.
G-Dep, you know why he well, first, Diddy did him dirty, of course. So he was just down in the dumps, did bad. I think he fell into drugs, and he had actually killed somebody. He had shot at somebody a long time ago. I think before the Puff Daddy days. And then he found out that the person he shot had passed away, and he was so guilt-ridden, he turned himself into the police, ended up doing like a 10-year bid.
Wow.
For the murder. Let me see. G-Dep. Let me make sure I got this this story correct. Which, you know what? Before I get too deep in that, we gonna hold this over for the bad boy.
Yeah.
We gotta do a video for that. All right. What you gonna be free tomorrow?
Yeah. I have some time.
Next time we gotta come up with a schedule.
But no, I got some time. I got at least 90 minutes tomorrow.
Okay, cool. We'll go into the bad boy thing tomorrow. All right, so Drake, Kendrick, it's pretty obvious we not gonna get no more disses. The smoke head is spreading apart. Where do you see what are your thoughts now? How are you feeling? Because as a enjoyer of Drake's music, where are you? Are you still enjoying Drake's music? Have you actively put on like, you know what, I like that song. I miss that song. I'm gonna put this on. Like, I know you said you like Jungle and a couple other songs. Have you listened to these songs or had desires to listen to any Drake music?
Well, I'll say only Drake music I listened to recently because I played all of those diss tracks. Like, it's people on YouTube that got like the 45-minute, the whole thing.
Yeah.
I have been listening to that because we got this has been a great time in hip hop.
Exquisite.
Like 45 minutes of dope diss tracks. All those tracks are fire, to be honest. Except for that trash he came out with that AI stuff. Like doing that in the battle, garbage. That's goofy.
That was very goofy.
But what I think when it comes to Drake, super disrespectful. But when it comes to Drake, he definitely lost the battle. But Drake is such a big powerhouse in the game. I don't think his career gonna be over with. But what I think they gonna do, if I was in charge of Drake shit, I would be like, look, Drake, you took an L, bro. You definitely took an L. People know you are not part of this culture. So what we gonna do is we gonna get 12 or 14 of the hottest tracks that we had, the hottest Drake tracks ever. And we just gonna push and act like they ain't even happen. We ain't gonna mention Kendrick Lamar. We ain't gonna talk about Pusha T. We ain't gonna talk about Rick Ross. We ain't talking about BBL Drizzy. None of it. We just gonna go out here, put out some heat, and just keep it moving.
So I had a thought that was gonna come, but you reminded me. You brought up Rick Ross. And we forgot, well, I forgot that this ain't over. This might be over for him and Kendrick. But on the Family Matters, he shot at A$AP Rocky. I smashed the baby mama.
Dang.
Now Ross saying I don't think we get no more records out of Ross. Ross just gonna stay roasting on Instagram, which he should. He is hilarious. Ross top 3 hilarious hip hop dudes.
You the one who started the whole BBL Drizzy.
I ain't gonna lie, dude. I used to sit and just rewatch his shorts on his Instagram stories because he was just so funny. White boy. White boy. It was wild.
Yeah,
it was wild. Matter of fact, all right, we gonna loop back. Let me write this down. We gotta talk about, because Rick Ross is an unsung hero. It's a couple of unsung heroes in this. Meg Thee Stallion is an unsung hero.
What she had to do with this?
Remember that song? That's, I think, was it the Snake song or whatever? But that line she had about half you rappers got BBLs, want to talk about females that got half you dudes got the BBLs.
I didn't know she said that.
And a lot of women was like, yo, y'all remember, y'all know that was who Meg was talking about with the black. But it was a lot of other hip hop dudes that ain't got it. But I'm gonna give it to her just because I don't like Drake that much. I'm gonna say that. But it's some unsung heroes in this. of this not getting Kendrick decimated so crazy. Ross, the BBL Drizzy is because of Ross. Like, I'm hoping Ross get a check for that because
he definitely started all that.
He started the BBL. I'll never forget. He said BBL Drizzy, called him P Drizzy. He just go, and I'm sure he got this from like, you know, other people saying it on the internet, but he got it to the masses because Ross is killing it. But as far as how I feel about Drake now, like you were saying, the issue for me is, and why I don't, because your plan is drop 16 songs or whatever, just the hottest shit, saying like this didn't happen, right?
Yep, just drop it.
Which usually I would get it. But in the battle, everybody was like, who gonna press the red button and drop their nuke, right? And Family Matters supposed to have been Drake's nuke. But Kendrick drops the nuke of Meet the Grams.
Yeah.
And then he dropped a red, like a baby nuke. No, Meet the Grams was a nuke in itself. And then dropped a quadruple nuke with
a direct missile. He dropped what's them direct fire missile, them crazy weapons they got now?
Yes, like with a whole bunch of so he dropped so many nukes. And yeah, he blew up like with a regular nuke, like with Hiroshima. Yeah, the bomb itself caused a lot of damage, but they couldn't rebuild immediately because of the radiation left over. People was getting sick from the radiation for months and maybe even years on out. A lot of areas, you couldn't grow crops in them. They couldn't do a lot of stuff. And that's how I feel about Drake. The bomb part is over. We ain't actively seeing, you know, Drake hate like we was 2-3 weeks ago or a week ago.
Yeah.
But in the minds of the people, the radiation, I think, is slowly sinking in. People is listening to Drake songs and certain lyrics not hitting the same anymore.
Definitely not. I've talked to several women who just be like, yo, I can't. They're like, it's just something weird about those songs now.
It's he getting the aftermath, the radiation of the nukes that Kendrick drops, which is, I can't wait till they do a case study because eventually some historic YouTuber, one of them history channels or somebody, or one of them, you know, real smart research channels go show that what Kendrick did was really no different. And please, people in the audience, listen to what I'm saying, all right? Kendrick is not a Nazi, but with how the Nazis programmed people with propaganda, quote unquote, and basically with propaganda, it's most effective if you can repeatedly put it in people's face. And that's not even with propaganda with Nazis. Even with America, the propaganda we do to our own citizens, what they do in North Korea, repeatedly repeat a message over and over and over. You hear it enough times in a way that's favorable to you, you go soak it in, right? We got 4 dope songs that said over and over, Drake is not of our culture. He is a filthy manipulator and a liar. He is, the first 2 songs he kept trying to say, yo, all right, I'm going to tell everybody you're a liar, and I'm going to tell everybody you're a manipulator, and you steal our culture. I'm going to hold off, use a little freak-ass nigga into the last 2 songs. And the last song was all of the previous messages put to a catchy beat.
And that last atomic bomb had multiple atomic bombs in the inside of it. Because the A minor line, atomic bomb.
Atomic bomb. You not a colleague, you a colonizer.
You a colonizer. Another one.
Another nuke. Then what else? You a freak ass nigga, need to stay your ass inside.
Freaky ass nigga. You know, when I first heard that song, I did not know when he was saying you a fan. I didn't know that that's what he was talking about until he kept saying freaky ass nigga. I was like, bruh.
Dude, I was like, this is insane. Because after I initially heard the song, I took it, I absorbed it. It was so much for me to it was so much to take in because when he said I see dead people, I was not expecting to hear Mustard on the Beat, ho.
Definitely was not.
So when I heard and
that's a little bitty nuke on its own.
Yeah, when the last time you heard a Mustard on the Beat, ho? Beat recent, like he just dropped some shit.
That didn't push Mustard numbers up because Mustard gonna do even better.
Oh yeah, this is rap after that. So when I heard I see dead people and I heard Mustard on the Beat, ho, my brain, as you know, we make music and stuff, but as an avid knower of the music, learner and student of the music industry, I was like, this nigga. As soon as I heard Mustard on the Beat, ho, I was like, he is about to drop a banger. And I didn't know if it was a banger or not yet. I just knew as soon as I heard Mustard on the Beat, I was like, we about to dance. But what do we go dance to? And when he started talking, the first time I heard it, I got sucked into the beat. And then the A minor brought me back to, we in the beef. And we talking about Drake. And then he took us on a roller coaster ride of just him being a colonizer and all of that stuff. And like you said, it was a big Trojan horse full of nukes that just kept dropping. And what's happening now is the radiation is, since this song is going to be played all summer.
This a summer record, bro. This is gonna be the host.
If a video is being made, it has not been dropped yet. And this was crazy. Somebody suggested that somebody was like, you know what? I want them to make a remix of this song, but with no Drake disses. I want YG on it, Kendrick. I want the whole West Coast on it, but just the jam itself. Like they just remix it. It could be They Not Like Us, but just no Drake references. And that way, but the thing is, it's always gonna be associated with destroying Drake. So no, what you gonna say?
No, but that record, like to me, there are certain records that are just like perfect records, and this is one of those. Like, I tend to want nothing changed because he had 3 verses on this track, which that's not a normal thing. But on that 3rd verse at the very end, when he was like, "All on pot, he used to get super amp." Like that was another little nuke because that was an amp part of the song.
Now, do you know that? So back when we was growing up, 3 verses was the norm.
The norm.
Do you know he broke a record for the first rap song with 3 verses that even hit Billboard in like 10 years? Or like 10 years in the last 10 years? So
I did not.
Now, this is the thing about the record. It's got super major legs. We hearing it play everywhere, blah, 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 blah. But this is why I think the remix idea is great. I don't necessarily want to go to Disney World and hear over the speakers, freak ass nigga 69 guy, freak ass nigga 69 guy. I don't want to look in the eyes of young white children as they recite these lyrics because everybody is absorbing this. It's certain, and I'm glad it's happening, but then I'm back in kind of reality now. It's like when I see a 7-year-old suburbanite, it's like, hey, mom, he's a freak ass nigga over there. He needs to stay his ass inside. I'm like, hold up, bro. Look, I know we talking about Drake here, man, but and you see what I'm saying? Like, and you know how I get. So it's for me, it's like I would love to remix because we always still go associated with Drake. And at the end, if they just say he a fan, they don't even have to put the freaky ass nigga at the end. But we all go know. And the reach of the song will be more because they ain't playing that in Disney World. People been taking Disney World footage and putting the song in but making it sound real, like putting the echo, like it sound like it's outside being played, but it ain't.
They've been playing their games.
Yeah, they've been playing in their games and stuff. But like I said, it's certain stuff like and it's I want the remix to happen, but I want the video to the original, but I don't think we are. The reason I'm championing the remix because I don't think we go get the video of the original version if the beef is really over. Because if he dropped a video to this, it's got to have visuals that match what the hell the song about. The whole song is entirely about Drake being a bitch ass nigga pedo that's a colonizer.
Yeah.
So what? He gonna just reignite the beef?
Hey, but like I said, it was clearly evident that Kendrick Lamar really did not like Drake.
Yeah, he don't. He still don't. And I'm gonna be honest. If I ever see or hear Kendrick, if he say he forgive Drake, but I can't. I'm never gonna be friends with him again. I can ride with that. But if I ever see them step on stage on some Nas, Jay-Z shit,
I don't think so.
I'm officially go put him in my Drake bag of hatred.
I'm gonna tell you, the only time you will see that is what's the year right now, 2024. It's gonna have to be 2054, and we on a cruise, like on a cruise, and they're like, "Oh, Drake and Kendrick Lamar here." That's it. And then they come out on the stage together, but they old as it.
I will be mad. I'll probably have a heart attack. I'll probably die that day out of being pissed off because you can't drop. He dropped. I'm gonna be honest, bro. In succession, this man dropped 4 of the lethal diss records because. But for me, what make No Vaseline my number 1 diss record is because he dismantled all 5 of them cats. Everybody got it. Dre got it. DJ Yella got it. Easy got it. Dre got it, and they manager, Jerry Heller, all got it. And he went into specifics about their personality. He was like, MC Ren broke, and he need y'all, so that's the only reason he riding with it. DJ Yella just a bitch ass nigga. He ain't even a rapper. I don't even know why I'm talking about him. Dre a bitch ass nigga that's just sucking dick all around town and shit, making beats. And Eazy-E fucking all y'all. He ain't even have nothing bad to say outside about Eazy-E like he did as them. He just saying Eazy-E pimping all y'all. And then y'all getting pimped by Jerry Heller. All y'all getting pimped by him over. So he went through he did it so effortlessly. He called them colonizers. And you done moved over to the white part of town. You done left the hood and all that stuff. Kendrick did that. But he also the only issues with Hit 'Em, I don't have no issues with Hit 'Em Up outside of it was the Outlaws that really did all the rapping. I wish the Tupac version had got released, which you gotta go find the Tupac version if you ain't never heard it. It's a way better version, but I like the disrespect of I'm gonna just let my homeboys handle y'all because that's how much some hoe ass niggas y'all is. But in 4 songs, bro, he broke a plethora of records and decimated this man. And I don't see what I really wanted to happen. I don't see the They Not Like Us video or the original version happening. I don't see a box set of these beef tracks being re-released. I don't see a lot of stuff because I believe once Top Dog came out and said, hey, good match, I don't see Kendrick doing nothing else unless Drake do something. Now, the dope thing, back to your thing, about your story about ignoring it, I do expect to hear something back from A$AP Rocky. I do hear, and with this BBL Drizzy, Metro ain't gonna never fuck with Drake ever again.
Yeah.
And BBL Drizzy ain't going nowhere as far as the specific song might go somewhere, but it's embedded in our heads. 20 years from now, on that same cruise, we gonna be humming BBL Drizzy.
Brother, I'll be cooking. I'll be in the gym. It don't matter. I just randomly BBL Drizzy. That's in my head. BB, like I don't even know why.
Because it's great. It's just catchy and great. BBL Drizzy. Who would have thought that them? And just think of what you saying. We singing a song about a man that got ass shots.
Bruh.
He got a Brazilian butt lift. We saying Brazilian butt lift. Albry Drake Grams.
That was epic, bruh. This is literally like this is gonna be looked upon in a historic view of hip hop. This is because Kendrick dismantled Drake. Dismantled. This is for me.
This is number one week in hip hop history, period. Outside of some old school stuff where like, the first rappers like was on national TV or some shit like that. Fuck that. Even then, nigga, this is the number.
Even then, dog, it's pretty up there, dog. And then the fact that like, cause I knew like when the beef started, I figured Kendrick was gonna win because Kendrick was a battle rapper in the beginning. Kendrick is actually like a real rapper. And I knew that he was going to take the angle of the culture vulture stuff. And Kendrick is blickety black. Like, you know what I'm talking about? Like,
yes.
He's from Compton.
Yes.
One of the blackest cities in America.
Yes.
Like, when you look at Kendrick Lamar, that's a black American.
That's a black man. And he kept his original Compton teeth. He ain't went and got no damn veneers. He ain't going to get no braces. And I always fear people that can afford to get that shit and don't. I know that they on a whole nother time.
Yeah. And then the thing about like with Kendrick, because everybody was like, oh, Kendrick, like the people who are not super into hip hop, like the Drake fans, the people who just looking at the record sales and stuff like that, and they don't understand all the back end and all the help that Drake got and all this, they don't understand all of that. They were like, man, Drake sold more records than Kendrick and all this. But then Kendrick came and blasted him with the street.
Bro.
Blasted him and destroyed him with that.
Let me see if I can find this. So
he not only beat Drake in a normal battle rap, he also beat Drake at Drake's own game of making hits.
So, and like I said, this goes back to, I know that you had this idea of he can just drop 16 lethal tracks, but let me say why I don't feel like that can happen at least in the next. Let me see. It's the summer, and Drake is not a winter artist. He not a winter artist.
He been hitting on his social media that he's gonna drop some summer hits.
Yes. Oh, so with this fog of Kendrick radiation floating around right now, tell me. Now I'm gonna tell you what I think, but I want to get you, since we go split this up. You gonna be the Drake strategic team, all right? You gonna be his strategic team, and I'm gonna be on the strategic team as well. But my job is to like try to get us from the most pessimistic point of view. You gonna come from your point of view, which, as you know, me and you, we kind of polar opposites. It's just our outlook. I think that's a great idea. However, I think the radiation is too thick for him to try to come with some summertime shit for several reasons. All right, so let's look at it. Drake drop, because if he drop a total project all at one time, are you saying there's no lead single? It's just we wake up on Spotify, he pull a Beyonce and it's just a whole brand new stuff? Or is he dropping one song? Because my thing, if Drake drop a single in 2 months, and let's say he by the grace of the good Lord, ASAP ain't reignited nothing, or none of Weeknd ain't dropped a song about him because he still got Weeknd to deal with. He still got anybody else he mentioned on Family Matters don't drop nothing. Let's say he got a clear runway. He drops a song on July the 4th. All right, is it gonna have a feature on it, or are you saying Drake by himself gonna be on this? And if it is a feature on it, who is this feature? And what genre of music?
So I see it got to be. Yeah, that's a good question, and it would have to be either just a Drake song by himself, or like somebody like Tyler, the girl who did that Water song, or like one of them Afrobeat people.
All right, is if you on Tyler's team, you let her do a song with Drake in the next 2 months? Okay, then. So we got to look at it from that point of view too. Who is going? Because let's look at the people who would do a song with Drake right now. Yachty.
Yeah.
He done went in on Taylor Swift, but he done attacked Taylor Swift. Proxy attacked her through going at Kendrick. She ain't gonna do nothing with him.
So what if Drake? So Drake. Like, he bring out Lil Baby, but he exposed Lil Baby to the world. He exposed the Migos. They might have been popping back in Atlanta back then, but the mainstream didn't know about them. What if there's some other artists out there like that?
I ain't gonna lie, bro. You almost made me throw up right now. Okay. When you say the mainstream didn't know about them, what is? Please clarify this. What mainstream are you talking about?
Like the pop world.
All right, the pop
Lil Baby,
world.
the pop world, Lil Baby. Like Lil Baby wouldn't have been on ESPN. His songs wouldn't have been on ESPN before Drake. Same with Migos. Like the Migos, they might have been popping in Atlanta. They might have been popping in the streets. But as far as like them popping to be on ESPN or like the corporate stuff, I ain't see that.
All right. So let me really process it, because my continued hatred of Drake. I remember where I was at. I was at this job. I worked overnight, third shift. The first time I heard Drake on a Future song, it was on Tony Montana. He was on the remix. I already knew the Drake. I already knew the Future version. Then all of a sudden, I hear this weird ass voice rapping, talking about I'm the Tony in my city. I was like, is this Drake on Tony Montana? Why? My first question: why the fuck are you on this song? Mm-hmm. If you know that you don't sell drugs, you never talked about selling drugs. You can't pull a Rick Ross because we saw you grow up on TV, so you can't even lie about it. So why are you even on this fucking track in the first place? First off, right? But second, I realized, like I told you, this nigga is trying to ride into the black community on Future back. That's what he is trying to do. And he trying to get people like me. That song was geared towards people like me that was bumping Gucci and OJ the Juice Man very heavily around that time. People that listen to Shawty Low, who has zero lyrical ability outside of just being a super trapper. But I love Shawty Low music.
Shawty Low was dope. Shawty Low music was dope.
He was trying to ride the back end, so I saw that, right? So now I have to give you the benefit of the doubt that version of Drake was not, King Drake around the time Amigos came out. Now, with that being said, I get what you're saying as far as pop, right? But this is what you always got to assume about Drake. And you always got to kind of take this in consideration. Drake don't hop on people when they ain't shit. By the time he hopped on Migos, the remix of Versace,
mm-hmm.
Well, but they was already popping. Like, they had charted by then. And he caught them on the way up the charts, hopped on it so that you would be able to come to me now and be like, oh, yeah, they wouldn't blew out with Drake, because he catches the wave on the way up.
So what about Lil Baby? Because before I heard Yes Indeed, I had never heard of Lil Baby.
I'll give you
and now I ain't from Atlanta. So I don't know. Maybe he was popping down there, but I never heard of Lil Baby until Yes Indeed.
I'm going to tell you this. This is what I really think. I'm being super honest with you. By the time you hear Drake with you know how you just said I had never heard of Lil Baby, and I hadn't heard of Lil Baby neither before then. But now you're talking about Thanos level Drake by the time Lil Baby. So I'll give you Lil Baby. I'm definitely not giving you Migos, because I had never heard. But before I heard his version, just like with Future and just like with Migos, I had heard the regular version for months.
Oh, okay. Where'd you hear that? What was you hearing? The internet?
What hit me up? I was like, yo, you heard Bando? And first,
where you from?
That was in 2013. So
was he in Atlanta?
Huh? No.
Was he in Atlanta?
No.
Dang.
That's what I'm saying. People who listen to that kind of music, it travel fast. Like, once it start popping, it's a wrap. And like I said, Drake jumps on the train on the way up. He don't hear about a train that's going this way and jump on it and then no. He not gonna jump on it until it's like this, so he can get in the front of it and be like, hey, I'm gonna help. Now he jumping on it, then he'll be like, oh, look at me, I'm pulling you up. Like, you going by, he getting pushed further. And you want to know something? Technically, he is, because to the average person, oh, Drake helped them out. When no, Drake used them as rocket boosters, because they was already on their way up there. Now, Versace pisses me off that people associate Drake with that song when the Drakeless version of Versace is 8 bajillion times better than shit.
I never heard that version.
Don't get it twisted. His verse on Versace is excellent.
Did
he write it? You don't know.
I don't know about that. Yeah,
because the verse was ignorant. I believe he wrote his verse on Tony Montana though, because that was a dumbass verse. Didn't gel with the song or anything. But that Versace verse was it was Heat Rocks, which pissed me off even more because I had to jam it because I was like that whole what he said some gated community some not on my property. I was like, you bitch ass nigga, whoever wrote that for you nigga went off. And
he was going in on that shit.
I have to give the props for what I'm hearing right now, but I know what's going on and it pisses me off. But I don't so let's get back to you being a strategic guy. All right. So you brought up Twyla. What artists? So from this conversation we just had, 2 months by July, who can do he got somebody that's willing to besides Yachty? Or so, and you see what happened to 4 Bats, right?
Who?
4 Bats.
Who was that? That's a person.
Hold on, let me put you on game about 4 Bats. Who unfortunately is the greatest casualty of this beef going against Drake. Here we go.
And I just thought of a name that will rap with Drake still.
Who?
21 Savage. He was just talking about the other day. He was like, he was with Soulja Boy. He was like, Metro, my homeboy, and Drake, my boy. He like, I'm going to ride with them.
Okay. He might ride with them on some, you still my homeboy, but that ain't got nothing to do with business. There's a difference between business and we friends.
I can see 21 on it still. I definitely can see 21.
In 2 months after Kendrick just talked about how Drake uses them to get back in the game, how he used them to get in the game in the first place. And
he still was right. Like I seen interviews with him as recent as 2 days ago, talking about how he Drake is homeboy.
Homeboy, you steady telling me about friends. I'm talking about business. That's 2 separate, completely things. That's 2 complete. Has anybody asked him directly, hey, will you still do a song with Drake?
I ain't heard that.
Ain't nobody asked that because they know the damn answer to that question. He probably done threatened them. We talk about 21 Savage and he was like, hey, cut that part out the damn interview, please. Thank you. Because I'm damn show not dropping. Because the thing is, if 21 jumps on a song with Drake right now, that third verse of They Not Like Us is 1000% true. He need a person from Atlanta to revive him again. And Drake, if he's smart, his team, I wouldn't let Drake do that. I don't care. 21 was calling, but like, yo, let's do this song together. We're going to get you back popping. Oh, so you can make the third verse super true?
Yeah, or maybe somebody who, yeah, that's where you got me right there. You got me right there because I can't really name nothing. Like I said, it had to be somebody who ain't popping, who used to be popping, but then they wouldn't bring the people in, like Designer, for instance. Like he's somebody who would need some help. And he would need Drake help, but who would listen to stuff that's from a Designer? But he kind of sound like Future. I actually thought that song, I thought the Panda song was a Future song.
I thought it was Future too, but Drake is not. You asking Drake to do a song with Designer is like me asking you to wear some Ross specials. some and ones for Ross is what you asking Drake to do.
But think about this though. What if we was in, I don't know, Cedar Rough, Iowa, and my bag got lost, and we was just there, and we had to go somewhere, and the only store they had was a Ross. I would have to go get some Ross.
Would you wear? All right, that's to survive. We going to the club in Backwater, Iowa. Are you wearing the man ones to the function, or we get invited to hoop? Are you wearing the and ones? And then on the way into the ball game, let's say you agree to it, but then you see 5 baddies walk ahead of us.
I'm not gonna be comfortable. If I ain't got no other choice,
I got the whole squad. We all got on the latest and greatest.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. If I had to,
and I'm be out there. How successful do you feel you gonna be? Because we can talk about N1 style, but it is a difference in performance. Yeah. If you buy some running shoes, some N1 running shoes, and some New Balances, totally cheaped out material. The shoes ain't $21 without a discount for nothing. How do you think you gonna perform on that court? You think you gonna be able to do a whole full court game with no feet aches for the whole time.
Now, I ain't say it was going to be, you know what I'm saying, the best A1, the best thing out there. I'm just saying it's functional.
Are the groupies, the 5 girls, the last time they seen you, you was dressed like us. Now they see you out here on the court like this. What's their reaction going to be to you in these inbox? Please tell me.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I feel you.
And this is what I'm saying. Drake drops. If Drake come back out,
it's gonna be rough.
If Drake come out with Designer, bro.
So let me ask you this though. So are you saying that you don't think Drake can hold a whole album on his own? And when I say on his own, I ain't talking about like he can have ghostwriters still. I'm just talking about Drake's voice.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I believe somebody will work with him. I don't know who. I can't think of nobody who that. I'll tell you this. I can't think of nobody that I would listen to right now. And we still have a song bumping around the country calling him a pedophile while there's videos of him kissing 17-year-olds on stage in very questionable lyrics. So
that is one thing. Like, that's the very important thing I forgot to talk about, the strategy. Drake got to get a girlfriend. An adult woman to date and be seriously dating.
So are we gonna believe
an adult?
How? I don't know. If you pop up in 2 weeks with a chick,
I don't know if you will believe it. I don't know if I will believe it. But we talking about the masses. Like, we just need the masses to understand.
I'm gonna be honest, bro. The more we talking, the more
they look like you got no chance.
Let's get to this Fort Blats though, right? So you never seen this guy, right?
Mm-mm.
Guess where he from?
Where?
Dallas, Texas.
What?
Yes. Now let me show you something.
How old is he?
He young. So Drake caught his wave on the way up. This is March 7th. He had been bubbling. And Drake decides, hey, I'm about to catch his wave on the way up. So he jumped on this song with him, right? And this is the Drake form right here, right? And the truth about Bats, who's this guy that Drake just happened to collaborate with out of nowhere? Now, of course, he was on SoundCloud. Gotta be honest, this guy basically he technically probably is like an industry plant, because this person is really going into it. Because like I told you, and here we go right here. Fast forward, let's see when the year is. When did he first? So his first song came out in August 2003. He blew up on TikTok, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
That was August 2003, and not even a year later, he is now signed to OVO for an EP deal. Okay? Because Drake saw him on TikTok, or his peoples went and grabbed him and jumped on his wave. The song that blew up on TikTok was Act 1 stickers. And when they came out with Act 2, guess who was on it?
Drake.
Yes.
So that's the type of person I'm talking about then. That when you said who's going to be on the song with him?
Yeah, who's going to be on the song? Well, guess whose EP that's on OVO dropped the same week that Kendrick decided to drop Euphoria?
Was this cat?
Yes. Which is why you ain't heard nothing about him. So let's see what the internet says about his EP. What was his EP? Let's see what it did. What did it do? Bats EP. I remember people was posting his release party and stuff, his listening party. EP.
He had it here in Dallas, or he was out of LA somewhere.
Let me see. On March 9th. So he signed the OVO on March 9th, and then on May 3rd, he released his that was terrible. Song with Kanye West.
That was terrible timing.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to look him up. I definitely never heard of him.
And look, he had a bidding war.
Wow.
Bidding war. Like I told you, Drake ain't jumping on nobody that ain't already hot in the industry. Like the industry already be on buzzing around these people, and underground people who they started, they got their stuff. And like I get what you're saying about pop, but folks like Migos and all them was already like sizzling. Yeah, they might not have been like you said, to the masses mainstream, but they was already masses mainstream because the labels is doing, because labels ain't messing with nobody who already ain't got no crazy following. They ain't killing numbers on the internet.
Yeah.
And some of us, like myself, are chronically addicted to the internet. So I just so happen to be on the ground floor for a lot of stuff, whether I like it or not, because I just buzz around this stuff. But yeah, so now, let's see. Let's see what the internet's saying. Drake versus Kendrick. Let's see what happens. What we get on here. Look at this. Forbes jokingly asked Kendrick Lamar to take a break from dissing Drake so that his debut project for OVO could have some time in the spotlight.
Oh, dang.
Yeah, and I wonder how the numbers did. What's the name of it? Let's see.
Sound scan.
Yeah, let me see. Performance. Let's see. Wait, let me go back. Charts. So. It entered the top 10 still, apparently.
Oh, dope.
Let me see.
But did it enter the top 10 because OVO paid? Did it enter the top 10?
Oh, here we go. Somebody posted in Hip Hop Heads Reddit. So that's you made me a star says 22K.
First week or just period?
This is the first week.
Where did that rank him at? Okay, that put him at 23.
23.
Right under Tyler.
Yeah, but she been on the chart for 50 years.
Or is it the same song or is it a new song?
This albums.
Oh, shit.
Oh, yeah, this album. So pure sales, total sales. So let's go to total sales. So Twyla so far done. Did she, let's see, when did she release? Twyla album release. Her album released March 22nd, my bro. And she's sitting at the same numbers.
Yeah.
This is total. Which further lets you know that all of this stuff, she had a single that was crazy, but it couldn't push the album.
Yeah, because that Water was like the biggest record in the world. One of them.
Yes. So even if he messed with her, she ain't doing nothing outside of that song. Can you name me another song she got anywhere?
I know her. I can't name it.
No. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Let's see who at the top of the charts. Of course, we got Beyonce, who's still killing. She just said 400, which is kind of crazy.
Future and Metro.
And they
on there twice. They on the top 5 twice
because they dropped they double dropped this.
Like the J. Cole,
Yeezy, Independent, number 3. Savage, 21 Savage. Did I listen to that album? Did you? So out of these albums, have you listened to any of these? Because the only ones I listened to both of Future's albums. I listened to Vultures. I want to say I listened to 21 Savage. I'm not. She talented.
I listened to Beyonce because my daughter was on my head about it.
Yeah,
Beyonce is one of her favorite artists. So I listened to it. Yeah. I gave the Beyonce album a 6.5 out of the 10.
Did the country tracks resonate with you?
No.
Did the other? I heard it was like half country, then the other half was more R&B ish.
Yeah, she actually had some. She had some like some straight rap stuff on there too. Like one of my favorite songs was some song called Spaghetti or something like that.
You said a 6.5 out of 10 you gave it?
Yep.
Bro, French Montana, number 11. Mac and Cheese 5.
Oh, wow.
That's crazy. I don't know who the hell J-Hope is.
I've never heard of him.
Let's see who the hell J-Hope is. Does he got any images? Oh, it's making sense. I think he a K-pop artist.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I was like, J-Hope, number 1. Who the hell named him?
I ain't know Bryson Tiller dropped again.
Wow, me neither. And you want to know something else? I probably heard a Bryson Tiller song. I don't know what he looked like, and I couldn't tell you what that song is.
You remember that song? He had a song. Don't play with us. Don't be a. He was popping like around the time I first got the dab, like 2016. He got something.
I was dead. That was back when OJ was still dropping mixtapes back to back, bro. I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. Musically, I'm not. I'm gonna be honest. If something is popular 9 times out of 10, I ain't bumping it. Not because out of just being a contrarian. I know the song you're talking about. I don't like that kind of music. It makes me mad when I hear it. I'm like,
because trap soul. I think he created a whole line. Like trap soul or something. Yeah.
It sounds.
What's his name? Bryson Tiller dope.
It sounds very Drake-ish to me, and if it sounds like Drake could like it, I get the hell off. Let's see. I didn't know Kid Cudi dropped.
I didn't either.
And I also did not know Schoolboy Q dropped. I don't have to listen to that.
I knew Glorilla dropped. I knew she did. Doja Cat.
I listened to some of Doja Cat because I ain't go front. When Doja Cat came out with that I'm a Cow, it made me go listen to other stuff, and Doja Cat is actually dope. However, I didn't like this project. And it was a double album she just dropped. Like in Spotify, say disc 1, disc 2, disc 3. Like it's literally like a triple album she dropped.
Oh wow, yeah, Doja Cat is very talented. But I know she got her thing in them chat rooms.
Yeah, I can't do. Her personal life, I'm not a fan of, but I can't. She. You want to know something? Let's say Drake. I knew for a fact Drake wrote every one of his songs. He would be like Doja Cat to me, to where I respect you musically. On every level, just personally, like I'm just like, nah, I can't do it. Chris Brown dropped again, of course. Boss Man Low, I don't know who that is. Kevin Gates, bro. I have never heard a Kevin Gates song incomplete ever in my
word.
Nah, and I done heard clips of him rapping and stuff, and it sound good. But him, let me tell you who I've not listened to, and it's just I don't know why I can't. I can't. I just don't. Him, Moneybagg Yo, Young Boy, NBA Young Boy. It's a lot of them dudes in that bag that I listen to them. The song be dope. It just don't resonate with me. You know, I hear more clips and it just nothing pulls me in. Like Young Dolph. Did you like Young Dolph?
Yeah, I like some of his songs. Yeah,
I loved it. First time I heard Young Dolph, I was hooked. I listened to everything. If the first couple of bars I hear from you don't really hit me, I can't go nowhere. I heard Young Dolph's ad lib, and I was like, yes, I'm strapped in. No pause. Let's see.
Yeah, Dolph. I didn't know he dropped. Yeah, Young Dolph. I listen to I hear his song on the radio. I never like purchased a Young Dolph, like downloaded or nothing like that. Yeah, Dolph be talking about some crazy stuff.
He does.
I be trying to not listen to stuff that be talking about killing people that look like me.
I watch all of his podcast interviews though, because he up there with Boosie as far as top notch guests. As far as you don't know, what I say.
I've never seen him on the interview,
bro. Did you see the podcast where he's talking about how he started somebody's car by touching the battery?
Oh, that was Kevin Gates.
Oh, we ain't talking. I thought we was talking about Kevin Gates.
Oh, I thought you had moved to Dolph.
Oh, Dolph.
Yeah.
Okay,
Kevin Gates. Okay. No, Kevin Gates is definitely. So it was a point in time where I was trying to. I had got close, but I haven't done it in a while. I was trying to get his voice down and copy it because I could copy him. I used to be able to. I can't do it no more. But he is an entertaining interview. He always say some wild stuff.
Always.
Talk about that battery, bro. That's like one of the wildest stories. He said it so serious. Like,
yes, I believe that he believed that's what happened. I believe that the connector was maybe a little bit off, and when he touched it, he got it connected. He was like, the conduit, and he lucked out and then shocked his ass to death. And I believe it happened. I just don't believe it's for the reason he think it happened. That's my thing with him. All right, so we back to our strategy for Drake. So we have said that all right, so can Drake drop in the next 6 months and it be, I agree with
month 6.
Month 6. So let's see. What's 6 months from now? It's May, June, July, August, September, October, November. So he got to drop something. So you saying OVO Drake birthday release?
Got to be. It's cold. It's gonna be cold. Some Toronto stuff. He gonna be back in Toronto. That's where his visual is gonna be, in Toronto.
Because his house getting shot up, and I'm pretty sure that was the weekend. Them people.
Allegedly. Yeah. I heard about that. Yeah, because somebody got shot. A security guard got shot at Cash crib.
We were in, yes, and he went in on them niggas. So all right, so you saying you the strategist for Drake? He drops this music, and let's also
between now and November, Drake get in a real relationship with an adult.
Okay,
and then he dropped a love record. With Drake with the harmonies, like Kendrick said, Drake with the melodies, not the Drake trying to act tough. Because one of my favorite Drake songs is them love songs that Just Hold On, We Going Home. Like them songs be fired to me. All them Drake loving songs, fired.
All right, so now I will say this. I believe whatever Drake drops next, definitely go to number 1 because everybody go listen. Everybody go want to see what's happening. But my question is will the culture, and at this point, because once Kendrick brought the pedo stuff in, as far as our culture, we was good with just the culture vulture stuff, but his other audience care about that pedo stuff.
Yeah. Yes.
So I want to say our culture is a lot more forgiving than his other audience. Do you think he will be forgiven by them by that time for that?
Well,
to where he can go and stay at number 1. Like, it's gonna spike, of course, because everybody gonna want to hear what he got to say. But do you think he go maintain not number 1, but like will that song be in his top 10 by the end of the year? And how do you think it's gonna be accepted by the totality of everyone, not just our culture, but both sides, and taking account the toxic residue of the nuke, the radiation still floating around? You think the radiation gonna be subdued by the end? What you think?
It's got to be a lot of people, and Drake peoples, and it's 3-letter word. His people start with a J, end with a W. They got money. They got a lot of money. They control the media, a lot of it.
We see that control they tried to do that at the beginning. They tried to control it.
Yeah, well, but that's what I'm saying. Like 6 months from now, it could be different. And it's got to be a whole thing though. Like Drake got to literally fall in love with a woman, and it got to look real. And then he dedicate this whole album to love or so. That's the only thing, because him coming out like he normally come out ain't happening.
But I'm saying. He drew this album 6 months. He come out, he got a girlfriend. So are people gonna be like, yeah, but she's still a pedo? Nice cover. Like I'm asking.
It depends on how good the songs are.
Because they can control the media, but they can control Twitter fingers.
Depends on how good the songs are.
I'm talking about top-notch songs, best songs.
It's people that still listen to R. Kelly.
When last time you seen R. Kelly on the chart?
No, it's been a minute. But I'm saying,
I guess. Ignition remix, come on. I'm gonna still go bump to it until I be like, you dancing to a pedophile, right? And I'm like, damn. And then, because like I be telling you, the whole industry full of these folks. Like, we watch movies by these folks that make it. But it's one thing for rumors to be going around. It's another, you got a whole tape that I done seen, me personally.
Yeah. See, and that's the thing. Like, that's the one thing that can say Drake, because technically, like, I've seen the footage of him with that 17-year-old girl. It's a lot of bad stuff out there, but there are no tapes of him really doing anything with the young women.
But for the Drake portion for me is what that video was. That's an innocent kiss, right? But when
it looked terrible. That thing with the 17-year-old girl looked horrible.
And there we go. So, and that was me trying to be devil's advocate.
That shit looked horrible, bro.
And for me, it was more than other than the kiss. It let me know how his brain thought. She said, "I'm 17," and his brain said, "Oh, I'm gonna still kiss you on stage and stuff." it should have been, I'm 17, and he's like, oh, well, thanks for coming up. See you later. Yeah. But so they let me know.
He doubled down. He was like, how did you look like this? All right. So what?
So
yeah, he tripped.
So with that being said, my friend, that's you telling me this. We on a strategic team. I tried to beat you for 2 seconds, and you were like, hold up, bro.
It's not an easy job. This ain't gonna be no easy work.
So, because Drake has to release, ain't no Drake disappearing. And I heard some rumblings that apparently he didn't necessarily really want to sign this deal. Or something. I'm gonna have to find the site on
with that $400 million deal.
Yeah, he wanted to really just like pull a Kanye and go the Kanye route. But I mean, it's and on Joe Budden podcast, Joe Budden said he heard that the deal was between $400 million and $600 million, $400 million and $600 million, which that's a substantial amount of more millions. But with that being said, he also heard the rumblings. Like what Kanye said, he signed a lifetime. That is real part of it too. Like how you gonna recoup? Because the record company got to make back the $600 million that they gave Drake up front, then profit from that. So of course it's got to be a lifetime deal because they ain't gonna do it in 2-3 years. You know what I'm saying? So he got to release. Me personally, if I was on the strategic team, 6 months, he come out with a girlfriend. Okay. He come out with the girlfriend. He, like you said, 21 still he ain't turned against Drake. But I don't know if 21 team would be like, oh yeah, going to do this song with Drake. Now Yachty's stuck. Yachty gotta, he been ghostwriting all his biggest hits lately. So he stuck with him. But I'm trying to, I'm be honest. I would like to see what happens. I can't wait till he drop.
It's not now. What if Drake come out with all his ghostwriters on like some what Wayne what he did with Squad Up? He come with some heat like that. Like he just come with a bunch of his ghostwriters and him on the album. I'm grasping at straws right now because everything that I have mentioned as the Drake strategist has been destroyed. So I am grasping at straws at the moment.
You want to know the only way I think I could see Drake coming back? Because he went the heel route with this beef. He was the heel, okay? The only way I could see Drake really coming back is fuck a girlfriend. He has 6-7 months from now. He stopped posting dumb kitty shit on Instagram. He stopped acting like the boy, like Kendrick said, and be a fucking man. And when he come back, it is a interview with a reputable publication, and he is talking about how he has spent as much as it was some false stuff in what Kendrick said. This is me being on his team and telling him what to say. Because I believe everything Kendrick said. But if I'm on Drake's team, allegedly, if I'm on Drake's team, I'll be like, yo, you've been in intensive therapy. You have realized that your upbringing did affect you. You're not saying your parents are bad people, but you do realize that it did affect you. You learn lessons from that battle. You see how it could appear that you are a cultural vulture, even though that was not my intent. I totally understand. He has to come. The only way I see Drake revitalizing himself is if he can bring everybody back to Aubrey from motherfucking they call him
Degrassi.
Yeah, they call him Peacoat Drake. If he can go back to Best I Never Had, if he can get people to look at him before he started talking that gangster shit, like Wayne told him, stay on your Canadian shit. Don't be doing that gangster shit. If he can get us to be like, yeah, I got caught up with the bravado and stuff, and Kendrick definitely said some things that weren't true about me. However, I understand everything that everybody said, and I'm and I just want to move forward and be a better person. Some simple shit like that.
And like this interview part you bring up, Him in a Club Shay Shay interview on Christmas Eve.
If he do a Club Shay Shay, that will break the fucking internet.
Definitely would break the internet.
The internet would maybe melt down. See, this is why you my boy, and we should be a strategy team. Because Club Shay Shay, but it had to be like 8 months from now, like you said, Christmas, New Year's, brand new start, and he come with that bullshit I just said. Because if you say anything on some, I think Kendrick's just jealous. Oh, bitch, yeah,
it's over with.
Fuck it. Beat it.
It's gonna have to be some humble pie in there.
Humble pie. And so, how's your love life going? I've been with this lady for the last 6 months, like you said. You know, and I can hear Shannon right now. She's an age, ain't she? She's. Do she remember?
You ain't trying to strike a chord on it. No, you ain't trying to take a chord.
You would definitely say some shit like that. But that's the strategy. And I truly believe that's the only way. As long as he got that humble pie, Shannon can get him back in the good graces to be able to come back, because that radiation is strong. That radiation is strong. And we talking about PDF accusations. Who else? And let's look at the rappers who have been either accused or associated with it. Do you know who South Park Mexican is?
I do not. Oh yeah, I know you're talking about. Yeah. He been accused of that.
Accused, he went to jail for it. She was.
Maybe 13. I don't know who he is there. Maybe I don't know who he is there.
Him. Who? Now, it's some people that made it out, didn't really get scathed. Was Karl Malone still in the NBA when he went through his stuff, or he was out?
Dude, that Karl Malone situation is unbelievable to me. Like, he definitely was in the NBA. It definitely proved that he just walked around like he didn't give a damn.
He was in Utah.
Him. Yeah, he was in Utah. He a big dude. Yeah, I don't know what.
Well, that's Utah is the Mormon, and they be having them weird religious cults that be cool with certain stuff.
Yeah.
I'm not saying Mormons are religious cults, but I am. But they be
allegedly.
They be doing some weird shit, and that's why he was able to walk around that area, because it wasn't in where he was at. It was like, so, like, well, mine's 14. So what? I mean, how did you get a 13? I'm walking around this old bitch. I'm trying to get a younger. That is the area he was walking around in.
Yeah, Karl Malone. I still don't understand that. Who R. Kelly, was he in a rapper, but Karl Malone not a rapper. R. Kelly, Karl Malone.
Now, R. Kelly made it a good 20 years, though.
He definitely did. Because
post-tape.
The music was good. Well, because the tape came out when it came out, though.
The tape came out.
If that would have been now, that would have been super. Like Diddy, that Diddy tape, everybody immediately, oh, nah.
Yeah.
If R. Kelly tape would have came out now, the internet wasn't popping like that back then.
Exactly.
I barely had a computer.
Bro, that tape, I was reading online how people was like, how that tape was being watched at work, at jobs. It was watched at barbershops. It was watched everywhere. Some people didn't know the age, though.
Yeah, so technically, everybody downloaded kitty porn to watch that.
So the download, I saw it in 2000. It was before I left Little Rock, so it was 2003 when I saw that tape, and it was on physical VHS tape. So yeah, everybody, we have all watched some porn. Some inappropriate porn.
I saw it. I think I saw it off of LimeWire.
Wow, so that's way later. By the time I got to college, the tape had got erased from what year was that?
That was like 2003. It was like 2003, 2002. Because I was in. Yeah, because I had just I was literally in the Air Force, and my supervisor had built me a computer.
Oh, okay.
And so I had a PC in my room, and I was downloading like mostly music, LimeWire. But then you heard about that. You're like, what kind of tape? And then you doubt, like, wow.
Yeah. The tape. And I'm gonna be honest, back then it was like you didn't know how celebrities live. So you heard it was inside his house and it was a jungle in there and it was all this stuff. So it was, you wanted to see that. But I was looking in the background like, this dude got a jungle in his house. Like, it's a real life jungle. Like, and then the PN stuff and all that, you saw that. But it was kind of blurry. And I don't remember knowing the age of the tape. I just heard it was a PN tape.
Yeah, that's what I heard too. I didn't know. I
didn't find out till later. It was like, oh, you know, Lil Mama was 13. I was like, oh, wow. But he paid her. He threw money on that at the end, but you know, it didn't look like. And at that time, we looked at abuse different. Like for us, the abuse would have been if he smacked the hell out of her and called all sorts of B's and H's. Outside of the P, it's kind of respectful and the tossing money on her. He's like, yeah.
Even Dave Chappelle skit about that, and the Boondocks had skits about that.
All right. Well, Drake. Call Shannon Sharp or Shannon Sharp call Drake and you get that set up, bro. Our next
Drake get you a girlfriend, Drake.
Get you a wife, bro. You about to be 40, man. You looking like a whole weirdo out here, bro. And make sure, please, can she at least be 25?
At minimum.
You know what, 27 would show what's going on with you. But next episode, I'm not sure yet. Probably be the P. Diddy stuff, or unless some crazy tape pop off. Appreciate y'all for hanging out with us. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe, and we see y'all on the next episode. Peace out.